It's Week 8 of the National Football League.
And there's no love lost between these NFC North foes.
It's the Vikings and the Packers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We're at the oldest contingent. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field.
Bringing them out is one of the most exciting players in the NFL every season. A former MVP, it's Lamar Jackson.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Quentin Johnston, the intended receiver on the play.
And now it's second down.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
On third down, Jackson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this. What I can guarantee you, there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking away his top target. Double, triple him if they have to. Make the other guys rise up and try and beat them. They'll feel a whole lot better if those guys win in the routes instead of their number 1 guy.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers for Mixon last week: 13 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's been a touchdown machine for this season. He's number 1 in the league in rushing touchdowns. So that has to help the entire offense as a whole. Play-action passes, other people have a chance to touch the football because if you're a defense, you absolutely have to key on him.
And still about 3 yards shy of it first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out.
Leading them out, a 2-year starter at Ohio State and 2nd overall pick in the draft, C.J. Stroud.
Tell you what, partner, he might just be a rookie, but he certainly looks the part of a veteran NFL starter, and he carries himself like one leading the offense out there. In a lot of ways, he is advanced as a first-year quarterback, and he came in and was right at home with this offense.
And a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. And Stroud now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. and he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On first down, here's Stroud.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The Vikings at 4-3, a game over 500. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but
Stroud is hit and the ball is loose.
And the Packers pick it up. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 33.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate games.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Stroud sets up the play action.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Stroud.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Stroud out of the gun here.
For Marshall, that's complete. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. First down.
That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
He finds his man, complete. It's Hudson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter.
Now a 2nd and 6.
As they've got it as we resume action.
Stroud off the play fake. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Stroud on 3rd down now. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Come on. Hey.
The throwing again is Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Hey, check that.
They'll run with Robinson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Bijan Robinson, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now Jackson on first down. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up second down. Now it's Jackson. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. 4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop it. It's another first down. To throw is Jackson. This pass caught by Hamler. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A gain of 32 that time.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Mixon will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Second and goal from the 1.
Hey, middle. Hey, Ozzy, 13. Yo.
Mixon again, and I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? Third and goal. Jackson now. Touchdown, Packers. Quentin Johnston with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was Quentin Johnston who finished that drive off with a touchdown grab. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
He finds his man, complete. That's Hudson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. And a dump off here to Robinson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. Here's Stroud. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers with a football here late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. Play action. It's Jackson. On the out route, he finds Johnston. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Meanwhile, Jackson's that's taken in by a Cockrell. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Boy, Brandon, a missed opportunity there at the end of this first half. You'd love to give your guys the lead going into the break. But this effort doesn't find the mark, and that's going to keep things all square.
Final play of the half, Stroud. This will be caught at Samuel, and he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Panthers who are out in front. DeAndre Swift with a rushing touchdown there. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey to check on the Giants. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. Aaron Jones with 2 touchdown runs. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Stephon Diggs, a touchdown reception. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Stroud's throw pulled in by Marshall.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
3rd and 3. Robinson up the middle.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some. And made that snap a huge success.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run.
Now 2nd and 3. Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Holding offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll get him. Touchdown, Minnesota.
C.J. Stroud.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Vikings have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career, but he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Jackson. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Jackson's throw taking in by Ridley here.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now Jackson. And that's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
And Jackson throwing once more.
Over the middle, he has Okonkwo.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's Jackson.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Jackson. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Okonkwo
From 3 yards out.
And the Packers have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the 3rd quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
From his end zone, Wilson. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Here's Stroud.
He finds his man, complete. That's Hudson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Throwing now is Stroud.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Alert! Alert!
Stroud will look to throw once more. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in position to dictate to the offense.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Vikings!
Puka Nakua.
55 yards.
And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. His throw incomplete.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well. And maybe late.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
On 1st down, here's Stroud.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker, has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. Pass complete there to Nakua.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Stroud on 3rd down now.
He finds his man. Complete. That's Hudson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Now it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good. Even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense, they actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, and he's throwing it so well, I think Lady Luck was on his side. I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth, they just need to keep working their way downfield, and when they see openings, take their shots.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
To throw again is Jackson.
He gets this to Myers.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now Jackson.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7. Jackson. Johnston hauls it in.
So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
But the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Jackson to throw.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. Touchdown! His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Important extra point up and through. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can. It's 3rd down. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
They're on the outskirts of field goal range here in a tie game with a little time. So how do you handle this? What do you do here, Charles?
Everybody wants to pick up as much yardage as possible, but the weird part is for field goal kickers, being in really close sometimes puts more pressure on them because it's much more of a position kick as opposed to just going ahead and letting it out and letting it thump. A lot of guys like a little bit of distance because you know they can handle it, and it's a more natural swing of the leg.
So maybe getting inside the 20, not that big of a deal.
Not that huge of a deal. Sometimes that messes you up with the angles depending on which hash mark you're kicking from.
Here comes second down at 5.
Middle. You at X. Hey, middle.
Jackson. Right side, he has Johnston.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Mixon with a first down carry. Room here to run. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
I think we saw the strategy there, how they moved it to the left hash so they could line things up for them to kick the field goal.
Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll come up first and 10 here. Here's Stroud.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
They'll come up now on second down.
Alert!
Stroud to throw it.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
One final shot for C.J. Stroud.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So for Green Bay, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.